So hi everyone, my name's Claire. Some of you already know me, but for those that don't, I'm Connect's Head of Ops. I've been with Jellyfish for a very long time. Joe, I know you, Seema, I might know some of the others as well. And I'm going to be talking to you today about magazine and Pocketmags, giving you an update, as well as suggesting some new ways for you guys as publishers for you to maximise your sales and your exposure. So first of all, what is our role for publishers? Well, we see our role first and foremost as reaching brand new audiences for you. So there can be many different reasons why consumers visit our sites. It might be that they just haven't got a clue what to buy. They might just want to browse lots of different magazines in one place. Or somebody might want to learn about something new. They might want to try something. They might not even have heard of your magazine before. And people also might be interested in just getting a deal. They want to compare prices and lots of different magazines against each other. So magazine.co.uk in the last 12 months has had 1.9 million visits to the site, and Pocketmags has had nearly 3 million visits to the site. So let's have a look at some data for the last 12 months. So taking magazine.co.uk first, magazine launched at the end of 2011, and we've seen some really good growth year on year ever since. So in the last 12 months, we've grown 22% in new sales. And actually, over the last 6 months, that's grown 40%. So we've had a really great last 6 months. Now, as you would expect, gifting is really important to magazine, with 53% of subscriptions being gifts. And that rises to 79% in December. Trials are also important, but surprisingly, only 14% of subscriptions or sales are actually trial offers. With our digital brand Pocketmags, now we've really been investing heavily, and it has actually had a really great growth period over the last 12 months, in spite of digital being a really tough market. So Pocketmags has grown 24% year on year. Now, the thing about Pocketmags consumers is that they're really loyal. So whilst 79% of Pocketmags new sales are single issues, we're seeing an increasing number of subscriptions, and importantly, 31% of our customers just keep coming back and buying again and again. So we wanted to provide some demographic information with you. It ties in with what Hitwise were talking about earlier on. So because we've got lots of different titles on both sites, as you would expect, we've got really broad age ranges of people that actually visit our sites. So what that means is that your magazine may be appearing in front of people who may not be your usual demographic. So magazine.co.uk, the biggest age range, I mean, there's not a lot in it, is 35 to 44, and Pocketmags is a little bit older at 45 to 54. But as you can see, it's pretty evenly weighted. Now, another interesting stat for you, for magazine.co.uk, 58% of our customers are women, but for Pocketmags, because many of our best-selling titles are hobby titles like aviation or scale modelling, it's more heavily weighted towards men. And there's a shift towards mobile, again, as you would expect, but we thought this was quite interesting. So you can see, 2 years ago, it was 28% of our customers came from mobile, but this year it's 38%. And also desktop and tablet are steadily decreasing, again, as you expect. Now with Pocketmags, it's exactly the same trend. So mobile was a much lower percentage 2 years ago, and it's almost overtaken desktop. Equally, tablet has started to decrease quite significantly. It's only makes up 17% of our customers this year. So you think, well, tablet's on its way out. But when reading digital issues, this is I couldn't believe it actually, that 66% of customers still read their digital issues on a tablet. Now, a tablet user's wants and needs when they're reading a digital issue are very different to mobile. So it's all about the swipe. They're still happy to pinch and zoom and all of that kind of stuff. So tablet is still really important, and it's important to optimise for tablet. However, there is a slow shift towards reading on a mobile device, because 2 years ago, that percentage was 73%. Now, mobile devices, they're being updated all the time, the screens are getting bigger, tablets aren't being released and updated at the same rate. So I think eventually it will continue to shift towards mobile. But at the moment, tablet is still important, so the key message here is the need to optimise and cater for both types of readers. Now, with customers who are reading on mobile, now again, they want something completely different. Because a mobile is smaller, they want easy to digest and easy to navigate content. And we've made some improvements to our mobile reader over the last couple of months. So we've changed, we've improved the navigation and the article view, as well as we've got in-app search now, and there's some various other things coming up like news feed. For example, you'd be able to add in an RSS feed of your choice into your mobile edition. Now, we also wanted to share with you some customer buying trends, and there's no quarter more important than Q4. So for magazine.co.uk, our 3 biggest periods of the of Q4 last year were Black Friday, obviously as you would expect, the 11th of December, and then the Monday to Wednesday right before Christmas. But we wanted to compare it to the previous year. So you can see that the trends are quite similar, but the peak on Black Friday is absolutely enormous compared to the previous year. And actually it was up by 35% year on year, which is fantastic. Taking Pocketmags now, again, our 3 biggest peaks in Q4 were Black Friday, again, no surprise, the 11th and the 12th of December, and then the period just after Christmas Day, Boxing Day, to the 28th of December. Now, these latter 2 spikes that we've seen were primarily due to some fantastic publisher-led promos, which we're going to touch upon later on. Again, comparing this to the previous year, the trends are really similar, so it is interesting to see, but again, the Black Friday spike was much bigger last year, and we saw nearly a 50% increase in new sales on Black Friday year on year. So how have we done it? How have we managed to increase sales? Well, we're really passionate about our brands. We're continually investing. We want to improve our customer journey. We're expanding our marketing to make sure that we're always improving and evolving. So Seema touched on this actually a little bit earlier on. So it's going to be no surprise to all of you that digital marketing is not just all about search. So we make sure that we use every single channel available in order to engage with our customers on their path to purchase. Now, this is the breakdown of last click channels for magazine.co.uk and Pocketmags. Now, you'll see that for magazine.co.uk, the biggest channel is paid search, but for Pocketmags, it's organic search. But for those of you who were here last year, Matt talked about this omni-channel approach, and it is really important to make sure that you're using all available channels. So I thought this would be interesting just to show you how important using all channels is. So this group of customers, their path to purchase included paid search. The green circle, that group of customers, their path to purchase included organic search, so you can already see the overlap. Now the blue circle, they're people who came from display, again it's overlapping, and the yellow circle are the people who came directly. So you can see there's a huge overlap between all of those channels. In fact, 39% of our subscriptions actually had a multi-channel path. So it's really important not to view marketing in isolation anymore or last click, because they really do all work together, and people will dip in and out across all different channels. Now, underpinning all of this is a detailed marketing calendar, as I'm sure you've got going on with your own campaigns. Now, people's interests are constantly changing, so we're trying really hard to make sure that we're always tapping into people's interests and trying to keep people engaged. So because we've got such a broad reach, and we've got lots of different magazines, what we're trying to do is introduce magazines to people in a fun way. So in this summer, we launched a promotion, the World Cup of Magazines. And it was basically, it got 32 publishers involved. We ran it across both sites, through on-site, through email, and through social media. And what publishers took part in matches which took place at the same time as the World Cup matches. And it was the actual reach of it was absolutely fantastic, because we had the hashtag World Cup of Magazines had nearly a 500,000 reach, which was unbelievable. We generated nearly 53,000 page views and over 20,000 votes. Now, the idea was just to create a bit of a buzz, try and tap into the World Cup, get people talking about magazines, which obviously it worked, but we did generate some direct sales from it, which was an added bonus. Now, thank you to all publishers who took part. I don't know whether there's any with us today. So, but iScott magazine, they were our winner. They really got behind the campaign. They promoted it in all of their channels to all of their customers, and they were really excited to win, and they promoted the fact that they won on their front cover as well. Now, traditional seasonal campaigns are obviously key to our seasonal calendar. So Christmas, Black Friday, January sale, you'll all be familiar with those. And tying in with our seasonal calendar, we offer incentives which really work and help us to promote them through our marketing, as well as boosting our conversion rate. I'm sure you do the same on your own sites. So for Mother's Day, we offered this free Spa Breaks voucher, which worked really well. Black Friday, we offered a £5 off discount code, and we had an early bird campaign last year for a magazine where we were giving away Thornton's chocolates, which again worked really well. And we'll shortly be launching our early bird campaign this year. So we do our seasonal campaigns, but what we also try and do is create campaigns when there aren't any seasonal peaks, just again to try and create a buzz about magazines. So we've done these category-based campaigns for MagFest, Back to School, around the Great British Bake Off, just to try and boost people's interest in magazines at a time when subscriptions are traditionally lower. With seasonal campaigns, you all know this, but there's plenty of opportunity for publishers to get involved. Traditionally, we've offered the opportunity to buy site banners which appear in optimum positions across the site. But as we're expanding our marketing, we're also going to expand the publisher features into email and into video as well. Now, with Pocketmags, we partner with publishers to push specific offers, which are a limited time offer at specific times of the year. So these can be smaller promotions like Brighton Pride, which we've run a few times over the years, or our bigger promotions like the 99p bank holiday sale, which we've run for the past couple of years, and this year has been so successful. For those of you who've been involved with it, we've had a 40% uplift year on year. Now, we've pushed it across all channels, as you would expect, but in particular, email has seen a massive increase year on year. Interestingly as well, our average basket value didn't decrease, as you would have expected it to, which shows that people have seen that sale as an opportunity to buy multiple single issues, and actually 27% of people actually did have more than one product in their basket. Also, 20% of people who bought in the 99p sale then went on to buy something else at a later date. And of those people, 36% of those sales were actually subscriptions. So yes, they originally started with a single issue for 99p, but then they went on to subscribe later. So publishers have been loving it. Publishers have been talking about the spike they've seen in the sales. One publisher generated 1,300 single issues, and another one sold over 1,500 single issues, which is fantastic. So every year we're seeing more and more publishers getting involved with our promotions, which is absolutely fantastic. And it means that publishers are able to generate more through Pocketmags by working in partnership together and getting behind our promotions. But it's not just about getting behind our promotions. You're also able to create your own offers and your own landing pages with Pocketmags that you can direct your own traffic to that can be hidden from the rest of the site. And you might want to target specific audiences. So, for example, some publishers have been targeting maybe people who've bought a single issue previously and they want to try and upsell a subscription. Or this example here from Attitude, they sent this email to all of their lapsed subscribers and then they directed it to that landing page with a big welcome back message. Publishers have seen some absolutely amazing results from these hidden landing pages, and they're so easy to do. They take 2 minutes and they don't cost anything. You can have as many as you want, do whatever you want with it, but it's just something to bear in mind. You'll be able to shortly promote bundles and offer step-ups as well, which will be an added feature. So people are really happy with these the hidden landing pages like Warner's, and one publisher actually, they generated over 1,500 subscriptions, not just single issues, just from the one hidden landing page, so it's definitely worth taking advantage of. Now, it's not just about landing pages and offers, even though that's absolutely great. It's all about the need to engage. Now, Bill Gates, he published this article, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, 20 odd years ago, on the Microsoft website, which said that content was going to drive the internet as we know it. Now, he was right, and you're all publishers, so you all know the importance of content. But our content team here have been working so hard to generate content that's not only engaging, but actually really useful for our customers. Now, we've seen an opportunity to engage with people who are at the top of the funnel, people who are actually researching what they want to buy, so to try and help them gain confidence. Now, a study by Google has shown that over the last 2 years, there's been an 80% growth in people looking for the best of something. It's really just to make sure, to try and be confident about what you're buying. So it's not even just about the best holiday, for example, it's about tiny stuff as well. So there's even been an increase in searches for things like best toothbrush. So even the small stuff, people are looking for information and reassurance about what they're buying. So we've tied into this and we've generated some content around the best of or the top, around specific magazine genres to try and engage with people and actually provide useful content. So this blog here about gardening has had over 20,000 page views, but also direct sales, which shows that it really is working from an engagement perspective. Also, another added benefit is it's evergreen and it really helps from an SEO perspective and helps us gain some needed increased SEO visibility on some really key generic terms. Also, timely content's really important as well. So we've just released this new weekend read section in Pocketmags, and we used it a couple of weeks ago to promote the new Apple Watch release and the new iPhone release. So it was just a fun way to get people involved. It was a big talking point at the time. People were interacting with the article and also just interacting with our brand as well. Now, with magazine.co.uk, when a customer's added their magazine into the basket, some publishers are also offering additional products as an upsell, basically, to increase the basket value. Now, I suppose the key thing here is that whatever product it is needs to be complementary and relevant. Now, it could be anything. So, Seema, you were talking earlier on, and maybe not sofas, I don't know. We'll give it a go. So it could be anything from books to tickets to courses, bookazines, whatever it would be that's going to complement that magazine, we can offer it as an upsell. And the publishers that are doing this at the moment, we're seeing a small uptake. Some we're only seeing a 2% increase, but actually some is up to 10%. So it's just an opportunity for you to give it a go, because they're going to buy something anyway, and it's just going to be extra revenue. Now, automation is a real buzzword at the moment. Everybody's talking about it. It's quite trendy. And yes, it is becoming key. But the key point here is that it's got to be about improving the customer journey and the customer experience, and that's really important. The best thing about automation is where it can improve the customer journey and you can create one-to-one customer experience. So we've started doing this, and we've started with email. And it's all about getting the right offer to the right customer at the right time. So with web behaviour tracking, this has really transformed the way we're doing our email marketing. So previously we were relying on what a customer's bought before, and also some really top-level customer preferences. But now, with web behaviour tracking, we can see what pages people are browsing throughout both of our sites, and then we can send them an email with exactly what products they are interested in on a one-to-one basis. So it really just helps get the right product to the right customer. So in doing this, our email marketing has absolutely rocketed over the last 12 months, to the point where we've generated over 47,000 emails across both of our platforms, which is a massive 67% increase for us year on year. So, thank you for listening. First of all, I just wanted to point out there are some key takeaways. I'm not going to read through them all because we're out of time. And also it's the coffee break very shortly. But if anybody wants to have a chat about any of that that I've been through, or has got any questions, then please just grab either myself or one of the team during the break. Thanks very much for listening.